Hi guys, we want to make chicken breast with red wine, and it starts off by marinating the chicken. So as you can see, I'm trying to make in cuts on the chicken breast. The reason I'm doing this is because I want the marinade to get into the chicken and to be very spicy, juicy, tender, call it whatever you want. That's the reason why we're trying to make all this incision on the chicken. We're also going to debone this part of the chicken, so I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'm going to marinate everything overnight in the fridge. So the principle behind this is that we have to, fry the chicken first. After frying the chicken is going to leave some, you know, um, cranky stain on the pot. I don't know how to call that, but there's going to be some residue on the pot, and that residue is what we're going to use the red wine to. The red wine is going to make sure that we form a fond. A fond is more like us trying to get the fond is going to make the foundation of the sauce. And how do we make the fond? So when the wine has to, deglarize the whole stain on the inner pot, it's going to form the foundation for the sauce. And as you can see, that is what we're going to have here on this. So just sit tight, watch and learn. As you can see right here, I have deboned the chicken breast. That is it on my left hand side. So that's the bone down there. I'm going to give it to my dog. My dog is going to eat. So right now we have black pepper, we have curry, we have paprika, we have thyme, and then this is the dark soy sauce. This is all we're going to put on the chicken and try to rub it on top of all the chicken before we take it to the fridge and allow it to sit and sip in all the spice overnight. This part is very, very important. If you had time, of course I had the time, so I was only the haste. I had to put it overnight to allow it, allow all the sauce, the spice to get into the chicken properly. So that's what we're trying to do here. After that, everything I have explained in the video is what you're gonna see. But however, what I'm trying to tell you is that we did not have light here, and I wanted to do everything using the silver crest pressure pot. So if we had light, I would have also used a silver crest air fryer, where we would have used it to air fry the meat after we had stir fried first. The principle is you stir fry, then you air fry to allow the meat to completely cook. But because we did not have light from the national grid, I'm using my inverter, and my inverter is not strong enough to carry our air fryer. Our air fryer is just 2800 watt, whereas our inverter has a maximum power of 1500 watts, so which means it can only carry our pressure pot, which is this. Our pressure pot, we've already put the butter, we allow the butter to melt, and then we drop in the chicken breast. That is it. So the vegetable of choice is carrot, green pea, and spring onions. Those are the vegetable of choices. You're gonna see how we're going to incorporate everything. So right now we want this to just stir fry so that we have those particles on the pot, and then we will now use the red wine to take them off the pot to form the fond or the sauce foundation. And trust me, that sauce foundation is very, very, very important. That is what you're going to have here. So you see, on one side it is fried, we wait for the other side to be fried as well. So just watch and learn. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel, please. If you subscribe to the channel, it's going to help others to see this content. It's going to encourage me to shoot more content on how to use your pressure pot. Your pressure pot can be used to do so many things. So if you subscribe, if you like, if you share, then I will continue to shoot more content and recipe using the pressure cooker, irrespective of the model you're using, whichever company. But this is Silver Crest. It is or can be used to cook any recipe of choice. You'll be wondering what's that. That's just the ginger and garlic paste that I had in my fridge. So I'm trying to allow it sip into the meat and create some magic flavor. Okay, so everything, if you want the recipe, drop recipe in the comments and I'm going to give you a detailed analysis of the recipe. I don't want to put the recipe in here, but if you want us to drop the recipe, type recipe and also let us know where you're watching from so we can continue to grow this channel. That's all. That's not all, but that's me. That's all I'm gonna say on this. So just watch to the final part of the video. All right, great, enjoy. Well, just to remember, I had told you that we are not going to use air fryer. So how do we get the meat well cooked? So I'm going to put the cooking function on 1 minute so that I can pressure cook the meat to be done right on the inside. And after that, I'm going to vent out so that the vapor will be loosened, and then we're sure that the chicken is well cooked. So that's just that for if you're using the pressure pot, to make sure you get your chicken well cooked and safe for consumption. So this is what we're doing right here. The chicken is well cooked. So for that 1 minute that I've pressure cooked it, the chicken, you can see, is very juicy and it is well cooked on the inside. What I need to do right now is just to follow the process I had explained earlier on the video, which is to add more butter, get it frying, put all my spices, put in my vegetables, and then everything will be ready. Remember, we had already put the wine. The wine has done its job. The wine is going to make the meat to be more juicy and tender. That is the job of the wine, basically. And then of course there are some flavors. It comes with some flavors. So if you put wine into your meat, it's going to give you flavor. It's going to give you make the meat to be more juicy and more tender on the inside. So you're going to eat your chicken breast it was very delicious. Trust me, this was very delicious. I paired it with my red wine and everything came out well. So this is the fun we're trying to make right here. You see, everything is trying to stick to the pot, but once I pour in the red wine is going to detach all the residue on the pot. You understand? So that is the work of the red wine, and when all those residue are taken off the pot, they're going to seep inside the meat as you cook it briefly in the sauce. Do you understand? So if you like this, if you like this is the red wine going right now. This is the red wine. The red wine is going to loosen everything, and that's going to be the foundation of our sauce, where the meat is going to be cooked, and every details, every spice is going to seep into the meat. It's going to seep into the meat, and the meat, the taste, it was heavenly. Trust me, if you do your own well, you're going to enjoy it. And then it's a very healthy meal because you're having a combination of both vegetables and whole protein. Okay, so it was a really delicious pairing, and I paired it with some plantain. Okay, I think I should show you at the end of this video. So stay till the end of this video and I'm going to show you how the plantain was paired with this chicken breast with wine sauce. I hope you like this content, and if you had watched up till this time, my name is Victor Manuel and it's been a while. So tell me thank you if this was helpful. Okay, just type thank you in the comment section. It will show me at least you watched this content up to this point in time. And if you have any other content you want me to shoot using the pressure pot, do well to include it in the comment section. Don't forget to type where you're watching from. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to continue to support this channel. It is your way of showing appreciation. It is your way of encouraging me. It is your way of saying keep creating content. When I see the moves you're making, it will encourage me to make more videos. But if I don't see the like, if I don't see the view, it takes time to create videos like this. Time, resources, to get this simple knowledge out there. Sometimes you're confused on what recipe to go with, but then you just see people pop up with recipes, and they're not always easy. Please show some appreciation. That will be really appreciated. Okay, so this is everything we had used for the whole experiment, and now moment of truth. Let's show you how the wine and everything was